everyone, I'm Stephanie. I'm the On Point Stitcher. Welcome back to my channel. Today is March 2nd, 2024, and I did it! Hooray! I was able to get in a Flosstube close to about when I said I would, so I'm really excited about that. Today is Flosstube number 17, so thank you so much for being here and checking in to see what I've got on the docket for my February update of 2024. I have a lot more projects than I usually do. I don't know, I really felt like seeing, I guess, some color and some different things going on. And I know that some of you are going, hold on, Stephanie, you have been saying for a while now that you prefer to be a more of a monogamous stitcher. And while that's true, I am working so hard on Walk as One and trying to get that to a finish that I'm now kind of getting to those colors at the second half of the entire project that I am seeing a lot of the same colors repeat, and so I have been needing some difference going on to kind of spruce that up so that I can keep on going. So I have a lot of things to show you, a lot of exciting things to show you, and some things that I'm really excited to share with you. And I know I just said excited and share and show a million times, but I have been planning on doing this Flosstube for a couple of days now, and I'm just really happy to be here. So again, thank you for being here. Whether you are new or returning, I'm so glad you're here. So let's go ahead and get started. So this is my February update, like I said, and I did pretty good. So there's some things on this calendar that I can't believe are on here. Maybe even a project that you guys have not seen before. I don't remember. But let's go ahead and start with some kind of different things first. We're going to kind of shake it up a bit. So the first thing that I want to show you guys is I did actually finish this cute little guy as an ornament like I was hoping to. So this is the gingerbread man that my older daughter created a pattern for and my younger daughter stitched. Now, because he was so close to this side, and I think I mentioned this last time, because he was so close to this side of the fabric, I had a really hard time trying to get him straight. So instead of getting him straight, I just decided to roll with it and just get him made as an ornament, because I'm just happy to see him as an ornament. So I'm really happy with how they got that done. And the back is this cute little gingerbread, and I will probably continue using this this backing fabric for others. So here he is, and he is, I think they named him Nutcracker Gingerbread Man, something like that, and I will ask them if they don't mind kind of sharing. I'll probably tweak the pattern, but if they're okay sharing, then we'll get that to you guys somehow. So he's really cute, and he will be the first addition to my gingerbread tree at some point when I have enough to get that started. Keeping with the let's work on and show you things that are different and shaking it up a bit, let's talk about what Nona has been working on. I cannot believe that I have not been updating you guys on some of the things that she has been working on. She actually has 2 finishes since the last time that I shared any of her progress updates, and then she has a new start. So the first one that I'm going to share with you, and I only have pictures. She lives in California and I live in Colorado, and so the things that I will be sharing with you guys are going to be pictures. But she finished 2 stockings since the last time that I gave you an update. The first one was for my second oldest brother. I am number 3 of 5. So my second oldest brother, his name is Austin, and she finished up his stocking and it looks like this. and she was so excited to get this one done. I don't know the name of it. I will try to get that information down in the description box below. I do know that that one is a Dimensions Gold collection and that it is pretty much full coverage with some backstitch, and she really enjoyed working full coverage on that one. And so that was a conversation that we said that we had about full coverage. You know, I told her, I was like, man, I love doing full coverage. It's my favorite, mostly because you don't have to backstitch. And so I've been encouraging her more and more to kind of look more into full coverage, that you don't have to backstitch, because on this one in particular, she was so ready to be done. And then she was like, I still have backstitching. And she doesn't dislike backstitching, but she was just ready to be done with the project when she got there. Editing Stephanie here. Sorry it's getting late in the day, but I just realized that I gave you the wrong update on the stocking for Austin. So she actually still has all the backstitching that she needs to complete. She has all of the full crosses done, but she needed to take a break and work on something else for a little while. So we'll see that one again when all the backstitching is complete. I'll see you guys later. Ooh, that is shaky. I'm sorry. This next one is for my younger brother. Here it is. And this one she did very quickly. I think she started this one in January and finished it, I think, a week and a half ago. So it was very, very fast. She said it was quick to do, and she said that the material was huge. She was working on 14 count. She said, I just felt like it was so big. She prefers to work on 16 count Aida. 18 is the next one that she will work on, but 16 is her favorite since she's got kind of a hard time seeing anything smaller than 18 count, but she said that she'd really like to do some things on 18 count. The project that she is working on right now is from the Crossstitch, Claire, the Crossstitch magazine, and it's actually this one right here on the front, but I will show you without all of the things. So it's called Gathering, but my mom has been calling her Easter Bunny. So she's working on this one, and I will include a picture as to where she is right now. And she is really enjoying this one so far. She said it's hard to put this one down. She's really enjoying it. And she texted me and said, hey, I want to work on this one. Can you remind me the fabric that you mentioned that I should try? And so I told her that it was Monaco. So, because she really likes that more of like a crunchy kind of feel, and Monaco has that little bit of a crunchy feel without being Aida. So she really wanted to try even weave, but she does like that more stiff kind of feel that a lot of Aidas will give you. So she went ahead and gave that a try, and she's really liking it. So I'm thinking maybe at some point I will pick up some Monaco for her and dye it in just like a coffee tea dye, because she has expressed wanting to try something on some different colors, and I think that's a good place to start. So I might do that for her for Mother's Day or her birthday or something like that. So okay, so we're on to my projects, and I have quite a few to share with you. So put this one aside. The first one that I want to share with you guys is one that I am not sure if you have seen before. So this one was a free pattern from a site on Facebook, and it was a stitch along, and it was kind of more of like a start along, and a lot of the people have kind of bowed out. As of this point right now, they're kind of waiting for, they still need fabrics and things like that. And so I hadn't picked this one up in a very long time, and the beginning of February, I don't know what happened, or just all of a sudden I was like, I really want to watch Lord of the Rings. And I was thinking, I was like, I can't not work on a Lord of the Rings pattern. So I pulled out my Lord of the Rings pattern. And this is what it will look like. Now, this one in the SAL is being called just LOTR SAL, but I have lovingly called this one Ring of Power, just because it just speaks to me a little bit more like that. This was created in Pixel Stitch, and this is it's a free website that you can use to create patterns. So this one, it's not compatible with Pattern Keeper per se, but she was releasing the pattern one page at a time, and I was like, I can't work one page at a time on the fabric that I picked. So I did pick a 28 count even weave, and it is just so soft that I can't do by page because it was leaving lines. So, and I'll show that to you. So this is where I am now, and hopefully you saw the picture of where I started before picking it up. So let me see if you can't really see it at all actually, but I do actually have a line right here, because when I started this project, I was trying to do by columns, and I was getting definite column line. And so from down to right here is where I was working by the column, and I noticed the line and I stopped so that I could eliminate that. And it's just because this fabric is so soft that any difference in your tension was giving me that line, and so I just had to do that a little differently. So this one I pulled out for the first weekend in February, and I did that one for like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I watched all of the entire trilogy and worked on this. And then I also, I didn't put a picture on Instagram, and I'm sorry, I will be adding pictures of all of my projects to my Instagram account, since I'll be taking pictures of everything today, and you'll kind of see them sporadically. But on those days that I worked on it, I was working under the Suki Made Me LOTR Sal. And then Alicia, happy birthday, Alicia. Alicia had a birthday on February 14th, and she started a superhero Sal for her birthday. And I worked on this piece as well on her birthday for a little while. And she did include that hobbits are a superhero. And so I was like, well, then this will work for her superhero Sal. And so again, happy birthday, Alicia. And I had fun joining in on that Sal, and I will make sure that I add this and hashtag it. So that was a lot of fun. And on this one, so like I said, this is a 28 count, and I'm staring at my my notes. So this one, throughout the month, I did 3,014 stitches and got to 8.61%. So yeah, really enjoying this one. Not sure when it will come out again this year. Next, I wanted to update you guys on my little gingerbread man ornament. And I did not get very much done on him, so I don't know if you'll really see that much of a difference. I got in about 100 stitches on him, and this is the one that I do like to use as a travel piece. And this one is being done on 22 count Hardinger, and Hardinger and I are not friends. I have a hard time working on Hardinger, so I actually I did pick up a small spring tension hoop, and yeah, so here is where I am at on this little guy, and he's looking really cute. And I'm also including him in some other things. So I did one of the reasons I have so many projects is I did the February acrostic challenge and I loved it. So I'm going to try to continue on, and so he was part of my acrostic, and I am considering these little ornaments from Dorene Jones. I am including those as full coverage because aside from these little spots, the entire thing is full coverage, and I actually considered not doing these, but it's easier to turn these into ornaments with them in there than if I kept it just rounded. But it's completely stitched, so you know, it's kind of a fine line there, but I am considering these full coverage. So so I got a acrostic challenge in on that one using this little guy. And so that was a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed that. He is on my March acrostic, and we'll talk about that more a little bit later. Next, I forgot to bring my acrostic challenge upstairs, so that's okay. I kind of know what I got done on it, so we'll just kind of go from there. As I get to each project, I can remember what the challenge was. So on my acrostic for Gingerbread Man, I just wanted to get at least 100 stitches in, and I did that. So yay me, hooray, I did it. Next, let's keep up with cookies, right? I have a new start, and in my last video I said no new starts, but I did mention that it wouldn't be a birthday start, so it was not a birthday start. So my birthday was in February, and I had a great birthday, you guys. It was so nice. It was so fun. I got spoiled at work. I came in and there were balloons and my favorite Starbucks drink, and there was a cake sitting in the kitchen on the table, and they took me out to lunch. And so it was just a really nice, sweet birthday. They gave me a really nice candle that I've been using at work, and so it was really sweet. I had a really nice birthday, and then of course, you know, we did some nice happy things with my family, and I got spoiled, and it was a really nice birthday. But for my birthday, Angie from Angie Slowly Crafts reached out to me, and it was so funny. It was like the day after my birthday, and she sent me a message. And it's really funny because you need to watch her most recent video, because I sent her something and was like, hey, did you check your mail? And it just happened to be there that day. And then same thing kind of happened where she was like, hey, have you checked your email lately? And I was like, no, but I will. And she had very kindly sent me a gift card to 123 Stitch. And so I was like, oh, I have been wanting some fabric for the project that you gifted me like a while ago. And so I ordered fabric and kind of sort of started it for the leap year start sal. So this one I don't know that I'll have done within the 4 years of the leap year, but I thought it would be fun to just go ahead and start. And normally, like, okay, I have other projects that I've got them fully kitted up, and this one was just like, hey, I really want to get this started, and I have the material. So this is Mini Cookie Delivery by Sheena Pike, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. It is a retired chart, unfortunately, and I loved this one. And when it came out, I was really hoping that I could get it in the mini, and Angie gifted me this chart, and I have just not started it because I wanted to put it on a fabric that I liked. And where is, it's underneath of everything. So I really wanted to do this one on blue fabric. So I'm not going to show you all of it because this is my February update, and we're now in March. So I started this one on February 29th for the leap year start. And so the fabric I got is Fiber on a Win, 18 count Ada Celestine, or Celestine. No, Celestine. This is, sorry if it will, boop, there you go. That is the fabric. It is a very pretty, like, sky blue color. And so this one, I decided, get myself back in focus, I decided that I wanted to do this one extreme cross country. I've never done that before. So a couple of things that I did. It's hard to see the actual color of the fabric. Let me see if I can get it to focus a little bit better. Okay. I mean, you can tell it's blue. That's fine. So it is a hand-dyed fabric. They mentioned on the site that sorry, I'm drawing a blank, that the fabric might shrink. I'm not noticing any shrinkage. I did measure it, and it is, it's pretty good. It's fine. It's still an 18 count. So what I decided to do was to go ahead and grid the page lines, because I do want to do this extreme cross country, but I don't want to mark the actual fabric because it is a hand-dyed fabric, and I didn't want to take the chance that an air dry marker would still like leave a mark or something like that. So I went ahead and gridded, and it's really interesting the way I did it, but I gridded the page lines, and I used everyone's favorite gold. And the way I did it is really interesting, where I followed the grid lines or the page lines, but I tried to stay within the 10 by 10s. And then when I would get to a page break that wasn't quite within the 10 space, I would grid it a little differently. So this is actually a good kind of spot to show you, right in the center here. Let me get this to, there we go. So this is like a 10 by 10 space, but there's a page there. And so you've got this section here is 10, 10, and this is also 10, but I gridded it differently so that I would know that this is the page and not actual grid. I know that's confusing, but it does make sense to me, so that's all that matters. So in the month of February, this is the section that I got done, and I do have more done, but you're gonna have to wait and see that in March. So I did a center start, and the section you're seeing is this here, and I'm starting with DMC 321. There's 4,000 something stitches in that. So so far in the month of February, this one got and I'll show you one more time. Let me make sure that it's going the right direction. It did get 153 stitches, and this is 0.31%. So yay, new start. Enjoying that. I'm going to put that back in the bag before I forget which bag it goes into. And that's the bag for this one. Okay. So we already did Gingerbread. Yay. Okay. Another project that you have not seen in a while is, this was another acrostic challenge, and the challenge for this one was work in parked threads. And actually, that was also the acrostic for Ring of Power. I did that for the acrostic, and that one was working all of the parked threads, and I was able to meet that goal. This one was work in parked threads, but to get also just to get to 500 stitches. And so I didn't get all of the parked threads in. I got in most of the parked threads and made it to that that goal of 500 stitches. So this is Quick Stitch Lovers Peacock. This is a retired Heaven and Earth design chart that I found on 123 Stitch. So I am working from the paper copy. And I got in 625 stitches, and I'm at 41%. And these are everything in orange. That's what I got completed. And this is where I am at on this one right now. So, and actually I'll just go ahead and take the top section off so you can see that a little bit better. So you can kind of get an idea of where I actually was working. So I was working in a lot of, this is B5200. And so it's really, really hard to see. You can kind of see it a little bit better close up. Let me get it to focus a little bit better. I feel like I'm making it focus all day. So I got in quite a few parked threads. And these ones over here are the ones that I didn't get parked in, and that's okay, because these have a lot more, like, these are all basically like confetti colors, and so I was like, that's okay. I really want to get like a good base going on, and then I will continue to work over there. This one might also be another focus piece just to get done, but we will see, because this one, it's already at 41% and it is a quick stitch, so it's not that big. Like this right here, that's all of it. And this is on 28 count, looks like Lugana, that's right. This one is 28 count Lugana. So yeah, that's one that I, again, was not expecting to come out. And that one I also included into Oldest Whip Wednesday. That is another sale that Alicia hosts. And just whenever you get a chance on a Wednesday, if you want to see some progress on your oldest project, that's a really fun one to do. Oldest Whip Wednesday. That was a really fun one. So let's move on to Marigold. Sure. Why not? And it looks like I actually forgot to put one on my notes, but that's okay. I have it kind of. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, I have it on my calendar, so even though I missed it on my notes, I do have it on my calendar. But let's go ahead and check out Ms. Marigold. This one you are all familiar with. This is Marigold, or Autumn Dragon by Sheena Pike, also another retired by Heaven and Earth Designs. This one is being stitched on 25 count Zweigart Stormy Clouds, and since the last time you saw her, she got in, looks like 4 days, which is perfect because I usually do work on this one on Tuesdays with Angie, and I try to post a picture on Tuesdays. A lot of times mine goes up on Wednesdays because I'll work on her on Tuesdays a lot of the times. Anyway, so 4 days at 1,144 stitches and 37.77%. So here she is now. And we're really, really starting to see that tail leaf really come in. I really enjoyed doing this one, and I got a really sweet compliment from another stitcher on my Flosstube channel, and she said that she really liked the way that I was kind of mixing up how to do the confetti, and I'm still continuing on with that, where I am still doing I will do like a whole length of thread, and then I'll come down into a place where I know is high confetti, and I will try to finish out a 10 by 10, or I'll try to at least do like half of a 10 by 10 that's like full of confetti and all that good stuff. So that has been really fun to work on. And that one is the Sheena Pike Sal. Okay, so the one that I forgot to write down, we're gonna go ahead and get in on that one so that I don't forget. So this one was also for an acrostic challenge, and this one I haven't worked on in quite some time, so that was fun to work on. And so I was kind of like leaving a comment here and there on Instagram, and I don't leave as many comments as I used to. I need to get back into that, but I commented on one of Angie's most recent posts on Bella, and I realized, I looked down at the date and realized that we had worked on one of our silly hashtags on the same day, and that just tickled me on this one. So this is Hilo by MC Escher, and that hashtag that we like to use, because this one is nearly all browns, and her project for Bella has a lot of browns in it. So because she is in Canada, I did like a little nod, and I was like, well, let's just call it New Bronze Stitch. And so we will use that whenever we work on something that is heavy in brown. So hopefully you are seeing a picture of where I started, and this is where I'm at. It's only 200 stitches, so you might not really see a difference. But it was all in this section here, and this one I always love. I always love working on this one. It's relaxing. It's a lot of it's a lot of like, you can keep going with the same color for a while. It's not so much that is block, that it is like it's easy to follow and just keep on going with one color for a while. So this one I really enjoyed it coming out, and it was nice to see this one and work on this one. And this one I worked on the same day as I walk as one, because this was just 200 stitches for that challenge, so I was able to get that in, and it was really fun to see that one come out. And that one is on 28 count Monaco 1/1 full cross. Next this was also for an acrostic, and it was, I actually don't remember what I gave myself this challenge for. That's okay. It was good to come out, and I gave myself a challenge to get in, let's see, 500 stitches, and I got in, oh, you know what? Yeah, never mind. Sorry. I am a squirrel. So this one is the Grand Library by Amy Stewart, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs, and I got in 500 stitches, and I'll try to have a comparison picture. I really like the comparison pictures right beside each other because I can see the difference. So 500 stitches in on this one for that challenge, and I got to that challenge, and I didn't even finish a thread, and that is not like me, but I was sitting there going, okay, I have a lot of challenges that I need to get done for the month of February. I gave myself too many challenges almost, but I was like, I was really digging the challenges. And So I got to 500 and I was like, I could finish out this thread and just keep on getting more, but I have to work on Walk as One because I'm running out of days, and one of my challenges was to get to another page finish, and so I had no choice. I had to just get my 500 in on this one, even though it did get a little more than that. This got 544 and is now at 6.57%. So this one is also a Sal. I didn't write it down, but I will link it. It's a Hilo and Library or something like that. And I also like to use Alicia Started It because this is my adopted project from Alicia. And that one was super fun, and that one actually worked for 2 challenges. I'm also doing the Confetti Conquistadors, and for February you were supposed to work on your biggest project, and so that one did 2 challenges in one. So I was very proud to do that. That was a lot of fun. So the last project, finally, we got there, you guys. I'm sorry, this is such a long Flosstube. And you've heard me talk about it like this entire Flosstube. I feel like maybe I should have just shown this one first. Walk as One by Jody Bergsma, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. I am doing the stocking version for my husband. And this one actually got a lot of love this month, even though I'm sorry I keep on looking down. My notes are actually like they're tipped up right against my tripod, and so I keep on looking down so that I can kind of keep place where I am. So this one got a lot of love even though I worked on all those other projects, and I had to work on other projects to just kind of keep me going so that I wouldn't hit a like stitcher's block, I guess is what we can call it, because I'm at the point where it's like a lot of the same colors. So this one got 6,624 stitches and is now at 62.18%. A lot of things happened with this one, and I'll just hold it up while I'm talking so that you have something to glance up to while you are stitching if you want to. So I got to a page finish on February. It was right after my last update. February 12th, I got a page finish. And then on February 19th, I color completed the number DMC 798. And on the 29th, so leap day of this year, I got 2 challenges done. So I had cookie delivery, and that one was that I wanted to get that one started as my leap year start. And then my February challenge was to get to a second page finish. So this is my page finish here in this area right here. So I got to 2 page finishes for this month, and I am, wow, I cannot believe that I got so much done on this project this month when I worked on so many other projects. So pat myself on the back, yay me, I got it done. So let's talk about plans for this one for this coming up month, because as you know, this is my focus, and I am in a Facebook group called Focus on a Finish, and so I have been really really focusing to get this one done. And so this month is gonna be fun because my you will see some of these return for the acrostic challenges coming up in March. And so this one, Walk as One, does have some acrostic challenges. So I believe the phrase is get your ticket. And so for the letter I was having I was like, well, ice or icicles would kind of work, but I found that kind of be cliche. And so instead, I chose the word instep because on a sock, this section right here is called the instep. And so there is a page line like right here. And so there's literally like, this is the instep page. And so I will be working towards getting a page finish on that instep. So that will be an acrostic challenge, and I'm not counting stitches for that, just that I get that page finish. And then I do have some other acrostic challenges on this one. One of them is for R is going to be raccoon, so I will be working to get the raccoon face finished. And then I will also be challenging myself to get this next page completed. So this, it's right here. This is this line right here. Like his ear right there is like the page, and then it goes like something like that. Anyway, that will be hopefully my second page finish. So I'm shooting for, and that one's almost like an entire page. So I'm shooting for a technically 2 page finishes, but one is like a partial page, and then the other is like almost a full page. So so two page finishes will be my goal for the month of March. And then I do have some other goals for me. Like I said, I am planning on doing the March cross stick. That one I've been really enjoying because you don't have to put a lot of pressure on yourself. It's whatever works for you. So you take the letters and choose either the name of the pattern or something in the pattern, or even like the fabric name or the color of the fabric, whatever you want to do, and then you choose a goal for yourself. And that could be the amount of stitches, it could be one day, it could be whatever you decide, color completion, anything, whatever makes you happy, whatever catches your fancy. So that one I have all filled out, and I'm ready to go on that one. I have already completed 2 challenges, and it's only March 2nd, so we'll talk about those challenges in those next time. And yeah, the other challenge that I have for myself for the month of March is, like I said, I am also in the Confetti Conquistadors challenge group, and that one is to work on your project that has the most confetti. And they give you a time frame because they really want you to be able to really like make some headway on a project that maybe you wouldn't pull out unless you had a challenge for it. And that one, for that challenge, my piece with the most confetti is the Grand Library. So that one will definitely be coming out again to play. And however, instead of giving that many days, because I have got to stay on track and keep that focus for a finish for Walk as One, that one instead I am also doing the March cross stick for, and that one I have the challenge of 500 stitches. So that one is hopefully gonna get that work done on it, and hopefully I'll get those 500 stitches. And then the Focus on a Finish face group that was started, I think it was started in late January, it was started in February, but the challenge for March on that one is to get 400 stitches in a day. That would be amazing. I would love to get 400 stitches in a day. However, I don't know how reasonable that is for myself, because I do have some days where I have maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours to stitch, and Walk as One is done on 25 count 1/1 full cross. And so full cross does slow you down just a little bit more than doing 10 stitch or half. So that one I put in the group today. I said, well, I'm gonna pretend that it's a 10 stitch challenge, because then it would be 410 stitches and 200 full crosses. And so if I think of it that way, I could actually get to that challenge. And I know it's kind of cheating. I get that. I'm definitely cheating on that one. But I really, really like to give myself a positive spin on anything that comes my way anymore, just because it makes me a happier person and it makes me feel more accomplished. So instead of looking at a challenge that I'm going, there's no way that I can complete this challenge, I'm out, I was like, how can I make it in a way that I could complete the challenge? And so I got to thinking about it, and I was like, well, if someone's doing 10 stitch, they would definitely be able to sit down for an hour and a half every day and get to that 400 stitches, because I can on a good day. I don't know about a bad day or a day or, you know, a regular day, but if I really focused, I could get in 410 stitches in an hour and a half to 2 hours if I was block stitching and trying really, really hard. And so I'm going to try to just make sure that I get that 200 in every day, and I think that'll work. And yeah, I know that is absolutely goofy, you guys, and so please don't come at me. I already know that I'm cheating, or, you know, instead of coming at me, just, well, that's a funny way of looking at it. Okay. that's totally fine. Some other things that happened this month. This was really fun. On my birthday, there was a meetup on Zoom, and it was hosted by Alice. Hi, Alice. She hosted the Zoom meeting. She put it all together, and it was kind of really nice timing for everyone. For myself, it was like, it started at like 8 o'clock in the morning on my birthday, and there was another stitcher there. Oh my goodness, her name just like, woof. I can see her face. Anyway, she had a birthday as well, and so it was really cool to get on there and everyone, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. It was so much fun. And so we all just hung out and stitched, and there was a lot of chatting. I actually didn't talk too much because I was having a really nice time listening to these ladies' beautiful accents. I adore accents. I have a boring American accent, and just sitting there listening to a German accent, and there is a difference between like German, Dutch accent, and all these different accents. It was incredible to listen to these ladies, and I was in heaven. I was like, this is really nice. But I did get to share a little bit with them about what I was doing that day, and I had a really nice day on my birthday. So that was part of the fun to my birthday, was being able to tell my husband, hey, I have a Zoom meeting. It's for my birthday. I'm calling it It's for my birthday, because on Sunday mornings we are usually out the door to church and stuff like that. And so I told him, I was like, I'm gonna get ready for church, and then I'm gonna sit down and hang out with these ladies for a little while before we have to go to church. And so it was really nice. The church service was nice, and then we went and played music with a friend of ours, and it was so much fun. I really enjoyed the day. So I think that's about it as far as plans go. that's all I've got. I'm so glad that I got to come and see you guys. I've been excited for this Flosstube all week, and I'm just really happy to be able to share with you guys and to be able to share so much this time around. I am as surprised as you guys are. I didn't see this coming, and actually that was the acrostic that I put for working on the Ring of Power. Didn't see that coming because I didn't know that I was going to do that. And I didn't have a challenge for the letter D, and I was like, that would be funny. So I will see you guys in the next update. Happy all the things coming up, and I hope you guys all had a wonderful Valentine's Day and a great February. I hope you all have a wonderful March. I will see you either at the end of March or the beginning of April, whichever one it shakes out to. I will miss you like crazy, but I will try to do my best to keep up with you. I am doing better at keeping up with comments. I'm still usually a couple of days behind on things, and I apologize for that. It does have to do with the fact that I sit in front of a computer all day, and then to pick up a screen sometimes is a little bit hard for me because my eyes are kind of tired at the end of the day sometime. But thank you so much, and I can't wait to see you next time. Make life a little bit more beautiful, one stitch at a time, and I will see you next time. Bye.